Yeah, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson. As y'all well know, my favorite running back probably of all time is Eric Dickerson. Like I said, I had a chance to see him play when he was in high school against my high school when I was in fifth grade and whatnot. And just always loved his running style and everything he did, the grace, how he moved. My favorite running back, definitely of all time. I just love the way he ran. He's just a guy that getting the ball 25, 30 times a game, he gonna get it for you. As y'all well know, this past weekend he came up with the thing with the Hall of Famers, and of course they twisted his words like I figured they would about that the NFL should provide some type of a pension for these guys after they get out, some type of workman comp or something or whatever, something like that. And they misconstrued his words and whatnot, like he said they were going to do. And it's funny because when it's come out, I was thinking about, I said, well, somebody's going to bring up, because when Eric Dickerson was always fighting the Rams to get money, and that's why he ended up leaving to go get money. You wanted the top back, you're the top back in the league, and you're not even getting paid. You're not even getting paid, right? So I figured somebody would bring something back like that up. But of course, if you go check out a piece that they did in BuzzFeed, where they literally, Eric didn't have to redo all this, had to come back and basically break all this stuff down. And then they start talking about in '87, oh, you went in with the scabs and this, that, and the other. He said it's not true. These guys write this stuff over 30 years ago, and they didn't want to bring this up. And I was just wondering, because it's like, if you look at it, I was like, when this come out, I said, man, this is a big news about what Eric Dickerson doing and stuff like that or whatever. And I was just like, okay, a lot of the NFL players can probably jump aboard and everything like that. I didn't see nothing from nobody on NFL Network talking. ESPN, FS1, I think they popped up and said a few things here and there because Eric works there and whatnot. Didn't really, and ESPN, because like I said, Bob Lee did a piece on it from outside the lines. And I'm gonna hit a few clips here and there to sit up there and show you what they're saying. But it's ridiculous. A few years ago, not even a few years ago, might have been about a year ago, I was sitting up there looking around, and I don't know if a lot of you, some guys can remember, if you're Cincinnati Bengal fans, you remember a linebacker by the name of Reggie Williams. Real smart guy, played about 13, 14 years in the league, went to a couple of Super Bowls and whatnot, solid linebacker and everything. And go online and look, because I'm trying to get all my film and stuff together so I can start showing these types of videos when they, where I can split screen and stuff like that. But his knee looks like the size of a basketball. It's I think it was even a time when they thought his leg would probably have to get amputated or whatnot. He had over 24 surgeries, played 14 seasons with him. Like I said, 206 games, 12,000 plays, 60% of them on AstroTurf. Now, and as I found out on this piece, actually with him and even stuff with Eric Dickerson, that they only confirmed that you have 5 years of it. They give you 5 years insurance after you basically retire. After then, that's it. So you play a game, however long you play the game, 14, 15 years, and those injuries that you have will be with you to the day that you die. So those guys are going to be gone. And I even did you go look up places on Nick Bonacani? A lot of these players, man. A lot of these players. And these guys are getting the bum rap, and they sit up there, and there's billions of dollars that's made in the NFL. Like I said, Roger Goodell's salary is $40 million. And it's like, the question is, can y'all do something for them? And see, that's the issue, that what Eric Dickerson coming up and trying to tell everybody. It's like, y'all got to do better than this. He even says, and I'm going to go ahead and play some of this for you. You take about the baseball pension, and you can sit up there and look at what he says about this. Check it out.
It's Major League Baseball. If you play one day in Major League Baseball, you have health care for the rest of your life. If you play 43 days.
One day, let's go back and hear what he said again.
Care for the rest of your life. If you play it's Major League Baseball. If you play one day in Major League Baseball, you have health care for the rest of your life.
If you play one day of Major League Baseball, you have health care for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Them guys, of course, they get injuries because of running this up. They don't have any contact like that in the NFL.
They play 43 days, and you don't have to play on the roster 43 days. You get $34,000 for the rest of your life.
If you wait on the roster 43 days, 43, what he said?
10 years, you get $200,000 for your.
Hold on.
You get $34,000 for the rest of your life.
$34,000 for the rest of your life, and the NFL can't get this. Everything I look now. as going back for all of 40 some for over 40 years of basically starting to study football and stuff as a 5th grade kid. And you see that the way the NFL films and the interviews and all that stuff, all of that is the pageantry, all of that. Now everybody does it. NBA does it. Major League Baseball does it. Hockey does it. It was a time them guys didn't have the pageantry or the type of film stuff the way that the NFL does it, and they have been. And I'm saying NFL is the catalyst for that type of stuff. Steve Sable and his father and all them guys. This is what I'm talking about. So you mean to tell me that those guys, the NFL, because NFL surpassed baseball years ago. That's back in the mid '60s. Basically early to mid. Well, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just give it to mid '60s. Passed baseball as the American pastime, and it makes all of this money. You see what I'm saying? And he just said that's just profound to me.
10 years, you get 200,000.
You play 10 years, 200,000
for the rest of your life. NFL is not even close to that.
NFL won't even do that. And look at the carnage of these guys that happens. And then they call this trying to clean the game up, which has made the game ridiculous. And I don't think any guy that ever played the game, I know they care obviously as time goes on, because when you're young you don't really care about stuff like that. But as time ends up eventually going on, become older and whatnot. But the thing of it is like, take care of me. I don't care about that. If you just take care of us, we can go ahead on it. We'll do this, but take care of us and whatnot.
I gotta say, I won't forget my good friend Deacon Jones when he said
this is about Deacon Jones here.
Pension. I said, well, I haven't taken. I think I was like 41. I said, I probably get like $1,200 a month. He said, you know what I get? I got $250 a month. He said, what?
$250 a month for the great Deacon Jones. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous. And the NFL act like nothing's going. Well, we're trying to clean up the game and we're trying to do all these things, and with these ridiculous calls, and you can't do this, you can't do, like I said, blow to the head. Like I mentioned again about they need to change some of these rules. Run it back and sit up there and throw his hand in another in a tackler's head and jaw his head back. That's not a penalty. But if I do it to him, that's unnecessary roughness.
What am I going to do with $250 a month? I think the perception is that all NFL players are rich and we have it made. And that's just so far from the truth.
And they just start, people don't get that. And they need to learn to start getting that. Not all of them guys going to be getting that money. Yeah, them guys make a good living and stuff like that. But we're talking about when it's all over with. Right? When it's all over with. And of course, they villainized Eric Dixon just these past couple of days. And like I said, NFL Network ain't even talking about this. I haven't even seen the NFL Network say anything about this. And these guys worry about your jobs for what? It's like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, this is the type of stuff that happens in this league. How is it that Major League Baseball can do this? And what about, I ain't even got to get into basketball. I found out about basketball. But I'm like, but yet I knew, even though they went another route with BuzzFeed, they went another route talking about, oh, he crossed the line and stuff, he played with scabs and all this kind of stuff, trying to always smear his name. Because I thought they was going to just talk about, you talking about money, because, they was throwing, money, because you wanted money, you wanted this, wanted that. You want what you compensated for. If I'm the best, pay me like I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? But the NFL needs to actually do something. It is a problem. It is a serious problem. These guys can't even get along and stuff like that. And this is what we're doing here to the game. So I say boycott it. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I hope everything goes the way that he wants it to go, the way it's supposed to go. Because there's no reason with this great game that these guys are not supposed to get compensated for. The most dangerous game out there. Aside from a joker sitting up in a car going 200 miles an hour, come on. But, and in all this, the CTE, all that, I just got through watching the special on Junior Seau. The one that came out. It is a problem. But at the same time, compensate these guys, these old heads, not guys from 93 on, 93 back. All of them, though. Everybody needs to have that. Just because somebody makes, you think that just because, let's say somebody like an Aaron Rodgers or whatever, or Peyton Manning and all these other guys, they made so much money, you don't think those injuries are not going to still mess around with them when they get 40s, 50s, and 60s? Now, these guys are taken care of and stuff, but a lot of the players was not going to sit up there and have $100 million contracts. And what about the old heads? That is that is what they keep talking about. But everybody just forgets about them guys, the trailblazers, or the guys that help mold this particular league. And they need to do better than this. The NFL need to be ashamed of themselves. They really do. They try to. I mean, to me, it's like a foregone thing, and they try to just pettiness with trying to clean up stuff, and I'm just like, get out of here with that, man. I'm like, you clean up what? Now you trying to. I mean, the game is what the game is, right? Just be fair to your players, for the people that help this billion-dollar-a-year industry do something, get something out of it. They guys should sit up there and get health care, or should get a pension or health care and stuff like that till the day they die. Because those injuries, like Reggie Williams told, because Paul Brown said, Paul Brown Jr., whatever his name is, because I think Reggie Williams worked somewhere at Disney or whatever like that. His injuries wasn't sustained at Disney. He still has lingered there from 14 years of playing in the league. So because I'm no longer playing the league, and then 5 years is up from the way you guys are giving me insurance, it's still, so my knee is still there. I was taking shots and stuff at my knees and all this kind of, come on, man. NFL needs to tighten up. They need to do better than what they're doing. Really need to do better than what they're doing. It makes no sense for them not to do right by these guys. It makes no sense at all. And I really hope everything goes fine with Eric Dickerson and the rest of them players. And like you said, it's not all for Hall of Fame players, just using that as a name. It's for everybody who's ever played in the NFL. So y'all get that straight and stop trying to sit up there and crap on this man's name and whatnot when he's trying to do something good for these other players. I'm going to go ahead and give you my pick to last week. I think I saw like 7-8-1 and whatnot. I'm going to go for broke on this one here. I am going to go Atlanta, New Orleans versus Atlanta. I'm going to go to Atlanta. Denver and Baltimore, I'm going Denver. Cincinnati and Carolina, I'm going Carolina. New York and Houston, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. But I'm going to go Houston. Oh, it's hometown. I'm a homeboy. Jacksonville, Tennessee, I'm going Jacksonville. San Francisco, KC, I'm going to stick with KC. The hot end. Oakland got to get it. Oakland against Miami, I think they're going to get it. Minnesota, they're going to win that one. They should win that one. Indianapolis, Philadelphia, that's a toss-up, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to Philadelphia. Green Bay and Washington, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play, but if he does, Green Bay, I'm going to still go Green Bay with that one. LA Chargers and the Rams, I'm going to go to Rams and whatnot. Chicago and Arizona, I'm going to go Chi-Town. I'm going to go Chi-Town. I'm going to go with them. Dallas, of course, you know what I got that on. Dallas, I see going 0-3. And Pete Carroll started to get in trouble. Is about to start to get in trouble. And like I said, Pete Carroll needs to stop trying to call out his quarterback, and he needs to do something. Like I said, I always go back. This team wouldn't be in this predicament if Beast Bowl makes that touchdown they run against New England. New England, Detroit, obvious New England. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, I got Pittsburgh getting off the snide and everything. And, of course, I already picked Cleveland. So far, Cleveland and New York, I already picked Cleveland. So I'm 1-0 thus far. You guys have a good one. Check me out. I'll be back on here a little later on. You guys take it easy. All right now?